Hello, welcome to Jack's Garden. Okay, so today we've got a bit of hoeing, we've got some work in the greenhouse, pricking out Gadicias, and one of my favourite bits to the episodes is Chris' gardening tips of the week. Alright, let's get cracking. Oh, I'm just on my way down to the bottom of the garden now. I'm just going to do a bit of hoeing, just to break up the soil and keep the weeds off. Let's come and follow me. You're more than welcome. Okay, so I'm going to start with a good sharp hoe. What you need to do is just gently hold the surface of the soil. It just breaks it down, roughens it up a little bit. Do this all around. You come across any big massive clumps, for example this one. You just give it a good hitting like this, break it into the soil a bit, make the clumps smaller if you do anything, and then just give it a quick hoe over, and you just do this all around. Like I said, it's a good sharp hoe, it brings the weeds to the surface, and you just leave them to die, de-roots them. Okay, I'm going to do this all around the garden now. So, if you'd like to join me later on, I'll be in the greenhouse doing a few jobs. Hiya, I'm just going into my greenhouse now. I'm going to be doing some watering. But you don't need to see that as it's the first episode. I'm going to show you a few things inside the greenhouse. Okay, now in here I've got a range of different things. I've got things from vegetables right the way through to bedding plants and grapevines. First of all, tomatoes. Now, planted them in the wrong compost, planted them in garden soil, which I shouldn't have done. Big mistake. Should have planted them straight into good quality garden compost, which I have done eventually. I've now planted them in good quality garden compost a few days ago, and they've thrived in it. The bigger, stronger, healthier plants already, and that's after a couple of days. It's amazing. I've got peas. Now these peas are going to be going onto the allotment. Again, I planted them in the wrong sort of compost. However, peas don't mind because peas should be planted straight into the ground anyway. The reason I planted them into packs is because I didn't want the mice to eat them on the allotment. Moving on down quickly, I've got sweet peas. Now, these aren't edible. These are flowers. They grow climbing up fences. They do belong to the pea family, as you can tell by the way they look, in the fact that they look extremely like pea plants. Easy to mistake them. I've got 5 different varieties, 4 of which have come through, and 1 of them which hasn't yet. Don't need to worry about it though, because I'm sure it'll come through in a good couple of days. Also in here I've got a good couple of grapevines now. One of them is quite old. I've had lots of green grapes off this one. Absolutely brilliant. The other one, however, is a purple grapevine, and it's very young, so I'm not really expecting much off it. I haven't had anything off it yet, and I'd leave it a good year or so before I get anything off it. Later on, I'll be down in the pond, show you what to do with some of the plants that are in there. So if you'd like to join me later on, then that'd be ace. Hello, I'm just heading down to the pond now, where I'm just going to be tying up some irises. Now, as you can see, they are staying in one place. That's because it's not been a very windy week here. If the wind gets up, they just blow out into the middle, and you've got to pull them back. It's just a mess. So you'll just need if you've got anything like this at home, you'll know what I'm talking about. I just need anything. Just stick it to something like pole like this, or a stick, or a bamboo cane, anything will do. You shove it into the ground like that. Get one end of your wire, wrap it around. Now as it's wire, you just need to twist it. There's no need for any fannying around with tying knots or whatever. Anybody can twist a wire. Simple. Take the other end of your wire without falling. Wrap it round the edges like that. Bringing the plant into the side. Nice and gentle with it, even though it is a very tough plant. It won't mind a bit of work, a bit of bashing, or whatever you want to do with it. Okay, now I'm going to set off to the allotments now, where we'll be recording about the peas that are already planted. We'll visit a bird nest, things like that, but I'll show you when I get down there. We could be receiving a guest appearance of Chris Martin, who's going to tell us how he prepared the beds for me and everything down there. He's very good at what he does. See you soon. Hello. Okay, now I said earlier that we were going to go down to the allotment. However, the weather here has just been absolutely atrocious. So there wasn't any chance that I could get down there to do any recording. Okay, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to prick out these gadetias. You're probably thinking, how do I know that these gadetias are ready to be pricked out? Well, as you can see, they've got just more than two leaves. They've got 4 leaves, okay? So the chances are, with 4 leaves, they've got a good, healthy root system underneath. Now, if they're getting a good, healthy, strong root system, they're going to be intertwining with each other and getting tangled up. You don't want that. So, you prick them out into individual packs like these. Now, it doesn't matter if it's a 12-pack like this one, a 6-pack, a 9-pack, or, you know, just individual little pots. Just as long as they've got their own bit of space. Okay, so, what you need to first do is fill it with good quality compost, as I've said earlier. I keep mine in a box like this. It keeps it fresh, it keeps it out there. Just sort of pile it on like this. You know, fast, easy, nice. Pile it up like this, yeah? Give it a good spread. Good spread like that. As you can probably see what I'm doing. As you can see, I didn't pat it down and squash it in, because it's a waste of compost, and, you know, you're not making a sandcastle on the beach, you know. The roots need to be able to grow easily enough. Okay, let's pop that down to one side. Now, the way I like to do this is I like to use a pencil, just an old pencil. Makes it easier, keeps your hands relatively cleaner. What you do is you poke it inside, just under the plant like that, teasing it out like this. Sometimes you get a clump like this. Split it up gently like that, so you get plenty on the surface. Just like that. As you can see, good healthy root system, isn't it? As I predicted. Now then, what you need to do is you go back to your pack. Always try to hold the plant by the leaf as you do it, because if you pull the leaf off, then a new leaf will grow back. If you snap it at the stem, then you're going to lose the plant. You're going to kill it. In it goes, just like this. No extra special effort. Just help it in with the pencil, and just put the soil in around the sides like that. Now, I'm not going to bore you with filling a whole 12-pack with gadetias. So, I went to the liberty of preparing one earlier. Like this. That's all you need to do. Okay, so, now you've done that, you're just going to need to give it a quick water. Watering can like this. A little spoke to it like that. You don't want a watering can that's going to flood the plants out. I like to do it from a height. just like that. They don't need anything special, a lot of water, you just need a bit of a drink. It does it well. Look what they look like. Now I'll show you now in the next episode, and they'll be good, healthy plants. Okay then, so I'll pass you over to Chris now, who's going to be giving you his tip for the week. Thank you.
And welcome to today's top tips. This is really tip top. Here we have an average plant. Well, in a few days, hours, will be full of snails. That's why every so often you have to check under all the pots. Like this. Especially like yellow pots in trees. Like this. Oh, here's the snail already. Good old Gary here. Gary here can travel up to 0.10 miles an hour.
Yes, I think that was Chris trying to say every week or so, just check under your pots for snails and slugs. If you do find any, then just get rid of them. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that episode. There'll be another one next week if I get enough views, subscribes, anything like that. So please, just comment below, let me know what you thought, and if you've got any questions, then, like I said, comment below. There's my email address in the box underneath. Email me any questions or anything you might have about your garden or anything like that. Just thank you ever so much for watching. See you next week.